COVID-19 was declared a pandemic by World Health Organization on 11th March 2020. In India, clusters and large outbreaks have been noted in parts of the country, and unless they are contained in right time, the risk of further spread remains very high. Indian Coast Guard is an armed force that protects India's maritime interests and enforces maritime law with jurisdiction over territorial waters of India, including its contagious zone and exclusive economic zone. Indian Coast Guard aircraft are set ready to be pressed into service for transportation of suspected or COVID-positive patients. Coast Guard Air Enclave Kochi, being the premier air unit of Indian Coast Guard, is situated in the premises of Cochin International Airport. The unit aircraft may be tasked for evacuation of COVID-19 related patients from outlying island, that is, Agathi, including transfer of medical samples for testing. Accordingly, a procedure has been formulated to conduct the mission in most professional manner while safeguarding against possible infection to air and ground crew. A brief on medical evacuation is as follows. Unit has equipped itself fully to initially prepare Dornier aircraft for airlift of COVID patients in less than 4 hours, which include sealing of cockpit, fixing of locally designed and developed air evacuation pod with stretcher, and various other arrangements for medical equipment, including sanitization. It includes briefing to medical staff and passengers regarding various embarkation-disembarkation procedure, cuffing and hygiene etiquettes by medical officer. Air evacuation pod is also designed that it almost eliminates chance of spread of virus from patient. Post-landing at islands or any other areas for medical evacuation, air crew are to carry out externals and indicate to bring the patient in modified stretcher to the aircraft post-manning. All passengers are to wear surgical masks and gloves, and they undergo thermal scanning and are to be screened for symptoms of COVID-19 before embarkation. Once the initial assessment of patient is complete, all members of the flight are to use personal protection equipment. Standalone breathing facility, including oxygen for the patient, is provisioned inside the aircraft. Post-embarkation, air evacuation pod has to be harnessed upon boarding, and the aircraft gets airborne for the mainland. Aircraft will be received at earmarked bay or isolation bay post switch off. Aircrew are to remain in cockpit and not to open pilot window. Ground crew in aircraft to disembark first, post shutdown, and open extended cargo door and hold in open position. Medical and ground support staff to take over and shift patient to the ambulance. Cargo door is to be closed by the ground crew, followed by opening of pilot door. After shifting the patient to the ambulance, it proceeds to the nearest COVID-19 treatment facility. On completion of the mission, nominated squadron personnel along with station medical staff fumigates the aircraft after closing all doors for 10 minutes, followed by 30 minutes contact time, and then ventilate for 2 hours. After flight servicing and sanitization of all cabin equipment to be carried out using Cresol or Lysol. Post-sanitization, Aircraft is to be shifted to designated isolation hangar and is ready to undertake another mission. Vayam Rakshamah.